Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. Today we're going to be cooking up squid again. Yes, well, my fishmonger got a lot of squid and I had to put them in different freezer bags, and I said I'm going to eat it today, so I might as well film it. It's going to be a delicious pesto squid, but we're not going to cut it round like we normally do. We're going to make noodles out of it, or spaghetti. It'll be like spaghetti or squoodles. Anyway, all that aside, I'm going to serve it with a delicious salad which is going to have some fried chorizo and a lovely feta dressing that's ridiculously easy to make. So let's go make our squoodle salad. In fact, let's call this a pesto squoodle salad or a pesto spaghetti salad. Anyway, call it what you will, let's go and make that delicious squid. So we're going to start by chopping up our chorizo into little cubes. And then we're just going to fry this, and you don't need to put any oil in the pan. Just start the chorizo on a cold pan and it will release all its wonderful oils and get nice and crispy. Once the chorizo is fried and crispy, just remove it on a plate and set it aside. So to make the feta dressing, we're going to start with some feta cheese, 2 tablespoons of olive oil and some cracked pepper. And then we're just going to blitz this in our blender. Now check the consistency. If it's not runny enough, add 2 more tablespoons of olive oil. Give that another whisk in the mixie. You can even add a little bit of water if you would like to make it a little thinner. And just let this whisk for a bit and you will find out that it turns almost into a mayonnaise of sorts. So this is like a feta mayo. And oh my god, that's going to be delicious. Now the reason we didn't add salt to that feta mayo was because, well, feta is salty, but taste it. If you need salt, add some. And now it's time to get on to our squid, and we're going to cut the squid in the middle, and then we're going to make nice long noodles out of it. I'm using the fins as well because, like I said earlier, I don't like wasting any part of the squid, and the tentacles are missing because I guess I used them in last time's episode. Now to fry our squid, we're going to put some olive oil in our pan and a little bit of butter and get that all nice and melted. Throw in a chopped clove or 2 of garlic. And once you see that the garlic is starting to brown, you're going to add in your squid. Now this will only take 2 minutes. So once the squid starts cooking, we're going to add in a spoonful of pesto. Now this is just store-bought pesto, but this one doesn't have any Parmesan cheese in it, nor does it have pine nuts. So add in a spoon of that, mix it around well, turn the gas off, and then finish it off by grating some fresh Parmesan cheese on it. Now it's time to assemble the salad, and I'm going to use a nice salad bowl for this, which I just purchased. I'm going to add some mixed lettuce to that. Then we top it with our dressing. Now you can see that's a nice thick mayo-like dressing almost. So you don't add too much, it's quite rich and quite creamy. Then we're going to sprinkle on some of that fried chorizo. Give that all a good mix because you want all the leaves to be coated with that delicious mayo. Then we top it with our calamari, and oh my god, look at that. Make sure you get all that olive oil, butter, everything that is in that pan on top of this. Then we grate some Parmesan cheese over that, just a little for garnish, and throw some of that fried chorizo on top as well. And my friends, there you have it. And there is our delicious pesto calamari noodles or spaghettis or whatever you want to call them, with that delicious fried chorizo and feta mayo in a salad. Just mix lettuce. So simple, so delicious. Alright, so it's time to taste this delicious salad now. And I must give credit where credit is due. I mean, I've heard of squid spaghetti and squid noodles, but I was reminded of it last night while speaking to a friend, Suresh Subramaniam, who's coming for dinner here as part of the DR Pledge campaign. And he suggested that instead of a dessert, he wanted like squid noodles with some prawns and stuff, and I thought that was a great idea. So I said, I have squid in my freezer, let me make it into squid noodles, and I think it'll go great with this salad idea as well. So time to dig in now. Some lettuce, some chorizo, and some of that, whoa, squid. That was quite a mouthful. I love this salad. I mean, that feta dressing is so rich, so creamy. It's like a delicious mayo almost. Of course, the lettuce is good and crunchy. Fresh lettuce always helps. And you get those bite of chorizo. It's almost like croutons. You know, when you have a Caesar salad, you get those lovely bread croutons. But since we're on keto, we can't eat bread. This little chorizo crouton, crunchy, delicious. And of course, the squid and that basil pesto. Oh, so good. And if you noticed, I didn't add any salt to the squid, but that's because there's salt in the butter, there's salt in the pesto, there's salt in the Parmesan cheese. So I didn't feel the need to add extra salt, but in case you do, go right ahead. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you will try it at home and share your pictures with me. Tag Headbangers Kitchen on Instagram or Facebook, wherever, and I will see you on the next episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Cheers and keep cooking. Now I must give credit where it's due. It is Suresh who suggested that I make. So we're back. So it's time now to taste this delicious salad. And I must give credit where credit is due. I got the idea for this squid spaghetti from Suresh Subramaniam. Wait, is his name Suresh Subramaniam? I better check.